Shadow Baer.
It's heavy. It's heavy.
It's the metal episodes.
It's heavy.
All right. Another episode of Mag Dump Monday, Paper Monday. Truth be told, because paper doesn't lie, it's actually Sunday, because I couldn't wait to shoot the now ported Beretta barrel. Finally came in. They said it takes about 6 to 8 weeks. It took about just over 6 weeks, almost 7 weeks. The gun shot perfectly fine without the holes in the barrel. Why did I do it? Well, because I want to compare. I want to see which I like better. Do I like ports or do I like comps? Depends on the gun too, right? So if you're tuning in, this is a continued effort to describe how these guns feel after shooting them. I've been shooting comped guns, the XC, the C2, the VP9 Tactical with the PMM comp, and now I'm going to compare what I think of the ported Beretta. So yeah, I'm not going to give my opinion. I have one already, but until I shoot this one, now that it's got the holes in the barrel. Straight out of the box, I've not ever shot this gun like some of the other guns I got without any content. I don't really shoot off camera because my channel's kind of point A to point Z, what it takes to try and get better. So the first time shooting this was my best zero. I have the content up, I'll put it here. And my first time doing any shooting on paper anywhere was doing the Baer drill, and I ran it clean without the holes in the barrel.
Okay, not bad.
Which never happens. I mean, it's hard. I can't get the Baer drill with the XC. So, yeah. I mean, it was perfectly fine. Hopefully, it's not screwed up now. I don't think it is. Other folks, I've done some research. They say it does make a difference. But we're going to find out. I'm going to keep all of these drills kind of the same. I know last week I did the El Presidente. That was just a taste. I think I'm going to go ahead and make that a common drill like my others. And I did pretty good on that. Ran 12 shots. It's 6, spin and 6, mag change, 6 more, 2 shots, 3 different targets. I got them all except 2. I think I got 2 Charlies. Could be a little faster. I believe I cleared it under 10 seconds. I think it might have been 9. But there's room for some cleanup there. But I'm going to run those after I'm done. This is going to be the last episode where I'm comparing these, and then I'll give my thoughts on it. There's some other guys out there that reviewed this a lot better than I'm going to be able to do it. Regular guy training, I think his name is. He does a really good review on this, and he's kind of hard on Langdon Tactical actually, but for good reasons. I mean, you know, his thoughts are the trigger is a little better. It's not bad. If you want to spend the money, it's a little better. But his argument is the trigger in a bag is pretty high up there for what you're getting, and the regular trigger that comes in the M9 is perfectly fine. So I've never shot anything a Beretta other than this one. So I'm glad I got it. I think it runs great. So I'm going to try to keep the same drills, you know, some doubles and things, and we'll see how this thing shoots. Let's get out there and do the Baer drill. I got 1 out. 2 out. More than that. Definitely louder. Doubles. See, I did that on purpose. Make a circle around your point of aim. Try it. It's hard. So I covered up some of my shame like I always do. This one's much better. There we go. There we go. I'm starting to settle in a little bit with this. Just like with the VP9. One more set of doubles. I screwed up. Had a couple go loose on me there. I took my eye off the target. This is where I think I should feel a bit of the ports coming into play maybe. I'm going to do some 7-yard build drills here. This is my only trigger freeze. Also my only clean drill. Two out. Remember, this here 7 yards. I'm just going to take, like I did before, a couple, some double shots, transition over to the 25, and let's see what happens. This is where that trigger really shines. Tell you what, that was pretty decent. Had a round nose dive on me. I think I slammed the mag in too hard. But yeah, that grouping there at 25 is spot on. And that's all the trigger. So that has nothing to do with the port. What'd you think? Well, I want to say I definitely felt a little bit. I noticed that the dot wants to track better. It didn't track bad before, but it just wants to go back on target quicker. It feels pretty good. More impressive coming off of a striker fire gun is, again, the trigger. Yeah, so the trigger feels amazing. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but yeah. Out of the gate, I've not shot this gun for almost 2 months. Okay, haven't dry fired it. I just got it in the mail the day before yesterday, and I've been doing other stuff. I anticipate even shooting a little bit better with this after I have dry fired on it. Now that I've settled in a little bit, yeah, it's noticeably better with tracking the dot. And I can feel a little bit, it's not knock your socks off, but there's definitely a little bit of an edge there with these ports. And I need to shoot it some more, so I'm going to continue to give my thoughts on it. I think mostly I felt that with the build drills. All right, so let's go to the Baer drill. The Baer drill says it all. It's a cold start drill. And I took my target focus away and just started looking at the dot. I missed 3. I missed 1, 2, 3. These 2, I think it was. I got in, I resettled, and I started focusing here, and I got them all in. And then when I went over here, I got these 2 in, and it's always the 3rd shot. If I'm going to miss that, I got freaked out, and it flinched and went this way. So that's what it is. Cold start drill, haven't shot the gun. I'm not going to fret that too much. Although I did get that drill before with no ports, but I don't really think the ports are coming into play there with unless you're really shooting fast. Doubles. This one, these, I had some, outside that I wish I would have had back. Did better last week with the VP9. Again, I haven't shot this gun. It's the first time shooting it. It's got a different feel. The recoil impulse is way different. It feels good. These, I'll take these. Like I said, I'm aiming for in this area here. I had 2 up here that I'd like back. Like I said, this isn't terrible. I've seen a lot worse. I continue to get better. Last week's was better though, to note on that. Build drills. So outside of this one I think maybe, I think I had one clean one, and the rest were like 1 ounce. It always seems like it's the last shot of the build drill. If you're noticing, it's like I think it's my grip breaking down. I need to focus on maintaining the grip. What I'll say is with between the trigger, it's no, I'm going to say the trigger. With what I've noticed here is the ports. I'm seeing the dot track quicker, like showing back up in the window quicker. And that's why you're seeing this right here. So you'll see this is kind of centered. That's the only thing I can take away from that. Other than that, I still had a better build drill experience with the VP9, but I had more time on it. I dry fired it. So let's stay tuned to next week's Paper Monday and see if I can clean this up just a little bit. There's some doubles in here. 1, 2, maybe 3 that were out too. So the build drills were pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to fret one Charlie on a build drill. I don't care. That's fine. I like this though. Now some of these are double taps. A couple of them were touching when I was doing the double taps. I'm picking my nose, aren't I? Shit. And a couple were flowers. What I like is, I think the story of the whole paper episode today is the transition out there to that 25-yard target. How about that? Like, I've struggled with hitting 25 yards. That is the trigger. Look, if you see the grouping, I was pretty impressed as I was shooting it. I was like, wow. Well, here comes a flyer, and it didn't happen. So I anticipate shooting this gunmetal Friday pretty good at the 25 yards when I'm running back and forth hitting that, based off what I'm seeing, based off the trigger. So yeah, this is a really good gun. I'm really excited to have it back. Anything I could hope for is Friday.
Friday here.
All right, we're going to start out with double action. Flying the drone this low was a mistake. Uh-huh. All right, I missed a few I'm not happy with. Let's try it again. Starting out, double action. Damn, motherfucker. Now it's in my head. Damn it. I'm worried about this drone hitting me. Ah, fuck you, man. All right, let's do some mag changes. 7 yards. All right, again, 7 yards. Fumbled the mag change. Two shots each black target, transition, 2 shots in the red target, 1 shot at the 25, and 1 shot at the 15. I've been doing this drill with the other guns, so I'm trying to keep it the same. Looks like I missed the 25 maybe. All right. Barrel's a little warm. Yeah, so, yeah, the comp's nice. Not really noticing anything that's speaking to me when I'm shooting it because I'm too focused on not screwing up. However, the build drills, those last couple, minus the trigger freeze, look pretty good. I missed a few, but I got 2 or 3. I think I got like 3 clean build drills, and there was a little bit of trigger freeze. So that is just, you know, having not shot the gun in almost 2 months. This is the first episode, just like the VP9. When I started shooting that, it was all jacked up, and then the last episode, if you look, cleaned things up dramatically. And I had clean drills, and that first drill that I just ran 3 times, still couldn't get it right. I had it right the first time with the VP9 striker fire gun. All right, so that's just time behind the gun. So yeah, I need to put a couple more weeks like I did the VP9 behind this, and I anticipate shooting a lot better. The last couple build drills, I threw some 165 grain in. I've done that before with a couple of the guns, so I figured I'd try that out. Felt pretty good, and it didn't feel as snappy when I shoot those with the non-comped reported gun. So these definitely do help. I'm tracking the dot a little better in those build drills. Where I screw up on the build drills is my grip. I start to loosen up, and then I'm going off target. So I have to remember that. The last couple I did, I remembered that and got them all in. The very last one had a little trigger freeze though, and that's just going to be some time behind the trigger again. So yeah, I'm going to keep firing this gun up. I got a couple more weeks, 2 or 3, shooting this. Between the guns, the comped and this ported, it's probably going to be between the XC and this gun here, this ported Beretta. The C2's nice. It shoots really well. Both the XC and the C2, I notice I shoot faster build drills. I think that's due to the trigger. This trigger's really close. I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit because I think I can. I mean, the ported, comped, super souped up, Gucci'd out gun's going to make you really shoot better if you're sucking. So I did okay today. I know I could shoot better. I just need to put some more time in this gun. I think next week's going to be even better. So yeah, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, and share. I will put the full of the. I'll put a link in the description for when I went out to Sawmill training facility and shot out at distance with that AR through my ACOG. I was shooting like 400 meters, ringing some steel, so it was pretty cool. Highly recommend going to take a look at that. Like, subscribe, and share. Train comfortably, train uncomfortably. Train to your surroundings, but whatever you do, you better train.